Welcome back to Paper Highlighter, your front row seat to the chaos behind TLC's biggest stars. Tonight, we're diving head first into scandals, feuds, and the kind of shocking reveals you cannot make up. First up, Jasmine and Gino's war has exploded from private arguments to immigration accusations and a dollar price tag. Is this blackmail, marriage fraud, or the most toxic breakup we've seen on day? Fans are split, and the fallout is nuclear. Meanwhile, Liz Woods is opening up like never before. From a devastating miscarriage and cheating ex to her public battle with ovarian cancer, she's turning pain into power, and the story she's sharing will break your heart and inspire you all at once. Next, Chantel Everett shocks the internet with new photos of her girlfriend Ashley. Is it true love or just another chapter in her whirlwind saga? The internet cannot agree, but one thing is certain, Chantel hasn't smiled like this in years. Then Lauren Bravarnik casually drops a bombshell Q&A answer that leaves Elizabeth Pothast out in the cold. One word, just one, and suddenly the fandom is at war. Is this honesty or calculated shade? Plus, Jon and Megan's baby journey hits a pink confetti twist, and Luke. He's broke, he's in Colombia, and his fiancé wants a helicopter entrance. What could possibly go wrong? Spoiler everything. All of that and so much more coming up. You do not want to miss a second, so smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you're always the SD to catch the drama. Now, let's get into it. An immigration bombshell, and two exes who refuse to back down. Jasmine and Gino's drama has officially crossed into courtroom-level chaos. Here's where things stand. Jasmine Pineda, never one to stay quiet for long, just unleashed a shocking accusation that her ex-husband, Gino Palazzolo, went nuclear by reporting her to immigration authorities. She says the fallout of that move now has her facing demands of nearly $1 if she ever hopes to step foot back in Panama to see her kids. For fans who followed her storyline on Day Fiancé, this isn't just another lover's quarrel. It's a revelation that shifts the entire narrative. According to Jasmine, this isn't about a breakup. It's about survival. She insists she's essentially trapped in the US, unable to leave without paying off what she calls an impossible debt created by Gino's actions. But of course, Gino has his own receipts. Literally. In a raw moment captured for Season 9 of Happily Ever After, Gino doesn't mince words. He rattles off exact figures like an accountant on fire, $. He says he sent Jasmine over 3 years in Panama for their wedding, tied to her green card, plus $1 for the divorce lawyer. Grand total just north of $. And according to Gino, that's Jasmine's tab to pay back. He outright labeled her a scammer, a fraud, and claims she used him for nothing more than a green card. Cut to Jasmine's reaction, sitting stone-faced in bed with her new man hovering outside the door. She flatly denies every accusation, insisting she never committed any crime, but the damage is already done. Gino's side of the fandom is exploding with support, cheering him on for finally standing his ground, while Jasmine loyalists call this blatant financial blackmail. Fan comments show the split loud and clear. One bluntly declared she scammed him from day one, and now she's crying victim. Another clapped back just as fiercely. Gino knew exactly who she was, and he still signed up. He doesn't get to play innocent now. What's undeniable is the fury this has ignited across the internet. Words like fraud, blackmail, and abandonment dominate the discourse, and the stakes aren't just about pride or money. Jasmine's kids are caught in the crossfire. Critics say she's been making excuses for years about not visiting them, while defenders argue she's being cornered into an impossible choice between freedom and financial ruin. For Jasmine, the story is she's trapped and powerless. For Gino, it's about reclaiming dignity after years of being humiliated on screen. And for viewers, it's another TLC saga that feels less like reality TV and more like a legal thriller. And just when you think it can't get wilder, think again, because Gino isn't done yet. He's pulling out the receipts, calling Jasmine a fraud, and demanding she hand over more than $. If you thought the Jasmine versus Gino saga couldn't get uglier, Season 9 of Happily Ever After just proved otherwise. Gino has officially gone full revenge mode, armed with receipts, exact figures, and a scathing message that feels less like a breakup brand and more like a courtroom opening statement. According to Gino, the grand total of what he poured into this marriage is staggering over $, He breaks it down like this: $, transferred to Jasmine while she was living in Panama, $, for their wedding, $, tied to immigration paperwork, and even $, for his divorce lawyer. And he's not just tossing these numbers out, he's putting them directly in Jasmine's face, demanding repayment in one of the most chilling moments of the season. Jasmine sits on camera with her new partner in the background while Gino's voice thunders through the phone. "You stabbed me in the back and broke my heart," he shouts, before accusing her of using him solely for a green card. Gino goes on to say, "I really thought you loved me when I spent almost 3 months in Panama. You always told me how much you love me. But now," in his words, everything changed the minute Jasmine landed in Michigan. The timing, he argues, speaks for itself. Jasmine secures her green card, then moves into Matt's house. For Gino, that's the ultimate betrayal, proof he claims that his ex-wife never loved him, only the opportunity he provided. And the accusations don't stop there. Gino tells Jasmine flat out that she owes him for every step of the relationship. He isn't just calling her a liar, he's painting her as a scammer who orchestrated the entire marriage as a setup. He demands reimbursement not just for big-ticket items like weddings and visas, but even for the nitty-gritty expenses like cash transfers and legal fees. Meanwhile, Jasmine has clapped back, at least quietly. She refuses every claim, denies anything criminal, and insists she never scammed him. But her reaction on camera speaks volumes. A tense silence, a refusal to engage, almost as if she's daring him to escalate this into an actual legal battle. The fandom, of course, has erupted. Some are cheering Gino on, saying this is long overdue payback after years of humiliation. Others accuse him of rewriting history, pointing out that he was the one begging Jasmine to marry him on national TV and that every dollar he spent was voluntary. One viewer summed it up like this: "If you loan money, you expect it back. If you give money in a marriage, that's not a loan, that's life." He can't rewrite the rules now just because he's bitter. Another fired back, just as harshly. "She scammed him from day one. Pay up, Jasmine." So, where does this leave them? In limbo, teetering between reality TV melodrama and the potential real-life lawsuit. TOC cameras may have captured the rant, but fans are now speculating whether this fight will spill beyond the screen and into actual legal proceedings. Don't touch that dial, because the heartbreak isn't stopping here. Up next, Liz Woods is finally breaking her silence. From miscarriage to betrayal and even a shocking cancer battle, she's telling it all. For months, fans of Fiancé wondered why Liz Woods seemed quieter, more withdrawn, and less active on social media. Now her silence makes sense. Liz has opened about a devastating series of events. A miscarriage, her boyfriend Jason Zuniga's infidelity, and ultimately her diagnosis with ovarian cancer. In a candid Instagram post and in scene shot for Happily Ever After season, Liz revealed that while viewers thought they were watching her bounce back from her messy breakup with Big Ed, she was secretly bleeding from a miscarriage. Adding salt to the wound, she says she had just discovered that Jason, the man she introduced as her new partner, had cheated on her. In one particularly gut-wrenching detail, Liz shared that the restaurant scene fans saw of her chatting with Big Ed foreclosure was filmed literally the day after she learned about Jason's betrayal, and while she was still processing her miscarriage, she kept the truth from the entire production crew for nearly a week. Carrying that pain quietly, even as cameras rolled, her Instagram caption laid it out plainly. "What's crazy is not one person filming this season knew that I just found out my ex Jay cheated on me, and I was bleeding from a miscarriage." Fans were stunned to learn just how much she hid from the audience, and even from her castmates. And if that weren't enough, Liz later revealed that only 4 months after this ordeal, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. What looked like a simple disappearance from social media turned out to be her retreat from the public eye while she underwent tests and treatment. She has since returned stronger and more outspoken, determined to use her platform to spread awareness. Despite the weight of these revelations, Liz emphasized resilience. She admitted that her journey hasn't been easy, but she refused to let betrayal or illness define her. She wrote, "I turn my weaknesses into my strengths," adding that she wants fans to see not just the hurt she's endured, but also the courage she's found. The fandom's reaction has been immediate and emotional. Many fans flooded her comments with support, calling her an inspiration and thanking her for shedding light on miscarriage and cancer awareness. Others couldn't help but direct their anger toward Jason, slamming him for cheating on a partner already struggling through health challenges. And then there are the big Ed watchers, fans who, despite all the past drama, said they felt genuine sympathy for Liz finally stepping into her truth. One comment read, "She deserves nothing but love and healing after everything she's carried in silence," another added. This explains why she looked so tired and heartbroken in those scenes. She was fighting a battle we never even saw. For longtime viewers, Liz's revelations reframe her storyline entirely, proving that reality TV only shows part of the truth, while the real struggles often happen off camera. Keep it locked, because we're not done with shocking life updates yet. Up next, Jon and Megan reveal whether their first baby is a boy or a girl, and the way they did it has fans buzzing. It's official. Jon McManus and Megan Brown are expecting a baby girl. And of course, they couldn't just quietly post the news. In true TLC fashion, the couple decided to go big, turning their reveal into a backyard spectacle that has fans buzzing. Here's how it all went down. Jon tied a patron tequila bottle to a tree, picked up a baseball bat, and took a swing in front of Megan and her daughter River. With one solid crack, the bottle burst open, scattering pink paper all over the ground. The message was clear. It's a girl. Megan immediately lit up with excitement, hugging River and teasing Jon about being outnumbered in a house full of girls. Jon's reaction was equally priceless, part shock, part pure joy, as he realized he's about to become a girl dad for the very first time. For longtime fans, this moment feels like a major turning point in Jon's storyline. He was first introduced as the fun-loving party guy, but since meeting Megan, he's taken on the role of father figure to River and now looks genuinely thrilled to welcome another daughter into his life. On Day Diaries, he's already shown how seriously he's taking family life, moving in with Megan, and embracing the challenges of blended parenting. Jon even referenced his own siblings during the reveal, saying, "My brother Patrick has a girl, my sister has 2 boys, and now it's my turn." It's a subtle nod to how deeply this moment matters to him. He isn't just adding a baby to his own household, he's joining a wider family tradition. Meanwhile, Megan couldn't stop smiling. She's already a devoted mom to River, and she told fans she felt so grateful to see her daughter about to become a big sister. They've even picked a name, Rowan. "You're going to have a sister, River," Jon said proudly before Megan playfully teased him again about being the lone man in a household full of women. The reveal video quickly made its way to fan pages like Day Fiancé Alexa, where Thomas poured in congratulating the couple. Some viewers praised the creativity of using a patron bottle, calling it so Jon. Others rolled their eyes, joking that smashing liquor bottles in front of a child is peak Day Fiancé energy. One commenter gushed, "Jon has really grown on me. He looks so happy to be a dad. Megan and River are lucky to have him," another added. This might be the most chaotic yet wholesome gender reveal I've ever seen. And just when you think the baby news has you smiling, get ready, because the next story is pure headline chaos. Chantel Everett just went public with her new girlfriend, and the internet's reaction is nothing short of explosive. When Chantel Everett drops photos, fans pay attention. But her latest upload didn't just spark chatter, it ignited a full-blown debate across Instagram, Reddit, and fan forums. Chantel is officially showing off her new relationship with Ashley, and reactions range from heartwarming support to downright cruel digs. The pictures say it all. In one shot, Ashley sweeps Chantel off her feet in the playful embrace by the pool. In another, the pair share a kiss while Chantel beams with what fans are calling the first genuine smile they've seen from her in years. She captioned the carousel with a bold declaration. "It's so easy to fall in love with me because I love with my whole heart." Supporters rushed to her defense immediately. "Life's too short to suffer. If she's happy, that's all that matters. Another chimed in. Finally, Chantel is glowing. Let her live. But the haters? They came just as fast. Some compared Ashley's look to Chantel's brother, throwing shade at the age gap and physical resemblance. Others went for harsher territory, calling the relationship confused, rushed, or even performative. One comment that stood out read bluntly is that her son's sparking outrage from Chantel's defenders, who accuse critics of casual homophobia and ignorance. The polarization here is stark. For fans who lived through her saga with Pedro, Chantel's new chapter feels like liberation, a woman finally reclaiming her joy after years of public heartbreak. But detractors argue she's simply rebounding, rushing in for love before truly healing. What makes this story even juicier is the timing. Chantel has been relatively private since the family Chantel hacked, leaving fans starved for updates. Dropping a hard launch with Ashley not only puts her back in the spotlight, but also repositions her narrative. Instead of being the heartbroken ex, she's now the bold risk-taker, stepping into new territory that many fans didn't see coming. And of course, Pedro's name is being dragged into it. Some speculate his messy relationship and his mother's infamous meddling may have driven Chantel to the other side, while others reject that theory entirely, saying Chantel's choice has nothing to do with her ex and everything to do with her finally living authentically. Whether you love it or hate it, the one undeniable truth is that Chantel looks radiant, and for many fans, that's all the proof they need that Ashley might be the real deal. Stick around, because the drama isn't just about romance, it's about loyalty, betrayal, and feuds you never saw coming. Up next, Lauren Brovarnik blows up her friendship circle with one brutally honest Q&A answer, and suddenly Elizabeth Pothist is out in the cold. During a recent Instagram Q&A, Lauren Brovarnik dropped what seemed like a throwaway answer, but it hit her fandom like a grenade. When a fan asked if she was still friends with Elizabeth Pothast and Yara Zaya, Lauren smirked and typed just one. That one, of course, being Yara. Cue instant chaos. If fans were expecting her to smooth it over or clarify, Lauren doubled down. When another follower asked if she was upset about losing Elizabeth as a friend, Lauren didn't post a heartfelt reflection. Instead, she laughed it off with a cold, "LOL, I'm not." From there, the internet did what it does best. It spiraled. Within hours, hashtags like Team Lauren and Team Elizabeth were flooding comment sections. Fans of Lauren defended her honesty, calling her refreshing and real. Meanwhile, Elizabeth's supporters called Lauren immature, fake, and burning bridges for clout. But this wasn't just about two women not texting anymore. It cracked open deeper resentments. Many pointed to Andre, Elizabeth's outspoken husband, who has been accused of turning private conversations into storylines. Lauren hinted this was the ultimate deal-breaker, suggesting Elizabeth let Andre drag her into the mess instead of protecting their friendship. Elizabeth's fans quickly fired back, accusing Lauren of stirring the pot behind the scenes and only crying foul once things went public. And in true TLC fashion, Yara's name got dragged into the fray too. Some claimed she was fueling the feud by staying close to Lauren, while others praised her for staying neutral, at least publicly. One fan wrote, "Lauren's honesty is refreshing. At least she isn't playing fake friend on TV." Another clapped back, "She's petty and jealous." Elizabeth was right to move on. The tension here boils down to respect or the lack of it. Was Lauren wrong for publicly shading a former friend, or was Elizabeth wrong for letting Andre air dirty laundry? Either way, the feud has exploded far beyond their private circle, pulling the entire fandom into a sideshow that feels more Housewives than Day Fiancé. What's next? Some viewers think TLC producers are salivating, already plotting ways to fold this feud into the next spinoff. But others say it's a distraction, manufactured drama designed to keep fans talking while the cast films new seasons. But one thing's certain, Lauren and Elizabeth won't be doing mommy playdates together anytime soon. And don't touch that dial, because the fireworks keep coming. Up next, Luke shocks Madeline with empty pockets, mounting debt, and a wedding dream that might crash before it even starts. Welcome to the latest day, Fiancé financial meltdown. Luke and Madeline's relationship is supposed to be heading toward the altar, but instead it's drowning in dollar signs, debt, and drama. Here's the setup. Luke finally arrives in Colombia after being ghosted and blocked by his fiancée, Madeline. Tensions are already high, but things boil over when Madeline lays out her vision for the big day. And it's not just flowers and vows. She wants a helicopter entrance. Yes, a helicopter. Luke, meanwhile, admits his pockets are empty. He's already resigned from his U.S. job, and what's left in his bank account barely covers basic costs, let alone luxury wedding add-ons. But Madeline isn't having it. She vents to her mom, Sandra, accusing Luke of being stingy, dismissive, and unwilling to validate her dreams. Instead of empathy, she double S down, telling her mother she badly wants the dream wedding and it's Luke's responsibility to pay for it. That's when things get even messier. Their wedding planner chimes in with a dollar bill, which sparks a heated back and forth between the couple. Luke insists there's miscommunication, pointing out inconsistencies in what the planner is charging. But Madeline doesn't want to hear it. She issues an ultimatum. If Luke doesn't hand over the money in 2 days, the wedding is off. Meanwhile, Luke vents to producers, saying he feels completely unsupported. He's sacrificed his job and moved countries for Madeline, yet all she sees is what he hasn't provided. He even confesses doubt over whether their relationship can survive constant arguments about finances. Fans are watching this unfold with jaws on the floor. The big question is Madeline being unrealistic, or is Luke failing to step up? Critics slam her for demanding a lifestyle far beyond their means. A helicopter when your fiancé doesn't even have steady income, viewer wrote. That's delusion, not romance. But others argue Luke knew what he was signing up for. Medela has always wanted the fairy tale, and now that the wedding is here, she's not going to settle for less. Add to this Luke's bachelor party drama, which included a stripper, and you've got a relationship teetering on the edge. Trust issues, financial strain, and family pressure are all colliding at once. Stick around, because the drama isn't just about money, it's also about survival. Next up, Liz Woods opens up about her heartbreaking ovarian cancer battle, and fans are rallying behind her in a powerful way. Liz Woods, best known today Fiancé fans for her roller coaster romance with Big Ed, is stepping into a very different kind of spotlight. In a teaser for Day Diaries, Liz sat down with her doctor and revealed she was diagnosed with stage 1 ovarian cancer. News that explains months of speculation about her absence from social media and reality TV. The raw clip shows Liz speaking candidly about how the diagnosis turned her world upside down. A couple of months ago, I got diagnosed with stage 1 ovarian cancer, she told cameras. This will be the hardest part of my life that I'll ever share with my audience. Fans who wondered why Liz pulled back from the spotlight now have their answer. For much of the past year, she's been quietly undergoing treatment while trying to process the emotional toll. In her words, she hoped at least to hear some good news from doctors that she wouldn't feel sick throughout her journey, a sign of just how overwhelming the diagnosis felt at first. Despite the fear, Liz has been using her platform to turn pain into purpose. She's openly tagged friends and fellow castmates who supported her through the journey, including Tyrai Mullet and Kimberly Menzies, thanking them for cheering her up and being there from day one. In one heartfelt caption, Liz wrote, "You have known pretty much from the beginning. Love you both." The fandom reaction has been overwhelmingly supportive. After years of seeing Liz caught in messy breakups, betrayals, and emotional turmoil on screen, fans say this new chapter reveals a stronger, more inspiring side of her. One commenter wrote, "She's been through hell with Big Ed and now cancer. Liz deserves all the love and healing in the world," another added. "This is bigger than reality TV. She's showing courage that inspires all of us." Of course, speculation is swirling about how much of Liz's journey TLC will show. Some fans believe her story could anchor a full season of Day Diaries, while others are hoping producers give her more space to share her journey authentically, away from the usual reality TV dramatics. What's undeniable is the resilience Liz has displayed. From miscarriage heartbreak to toxic relationships and now cancer survival, she's become a symbol of persistence. Viewers who once saw her as a side character in Big Ed's storyline are now seeing her as the lead in her own, a woman carving out her identity through strength, not scandal. Whether TLC cameras follow every step or not, Liz's decision to share her diagnosis marks a turning point. It's proof that beyond the drama, these stars are real people with real struggles, and Liz's willingness to let fans in on her fight is reshaping the way audiences see her. If you love the tea tonight, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next mess. Drop your hottest takes in the comments, and don't forget to follow us across socials for the midweek drama we can't fit in here. And trust me, you do not want to miss tomorrow's upload because one fan favorite couple is about to get exposed in a way that changes everything. This is Paper Highlighter, where reality TV gets realer. Stay messy, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.